start with coming up with an idea. I mean, I'll do some searching sometimes, but I think for the most part, I'm trying to improve upon previous concepts, developing them stronger. I don't really take inspiration from other designers very often. I mean, it's cool, you know, people design great shit, but I don't want to be influenced by anybody else in a design sense. That being said, I have fashion inspirations, of course, but I don't look at them a lot. I just know what they do and how they think. And I think for me, the biggest thing is how can I look back at an old project and recreate it better, make it more interesting, develop it further. Because I think the only way for me to continue to keep my design perspective authentic is to pull from myself and not from other people. The longer the project, the more important it is that you are like deeply connected to an inspiration. Regularly, I'm pulling inspiration from blue collar life. Inspiration is a weird thing. Like for some people it comes really easy, some people have to try a little hard for it. I think for me it's never something that I have to like dwell over, it just happens. Like trust the process, and usually will work. Technical garments excite me because they are more than just a garment. They're a functional asset. Any sort of silhouette that comes from military tends to happen in almost every collection of mine. I think there's a shitload of military textiles and garments in the world that are just floating around that nobody's using, and I think that we should use them. We should repurpose them. I think I design like a stylist. I want every garment in my collection to be individual and stand on its own, but I want my viewers to know that like you could cross over anything and it's probably gonna work. I wanna do the work for you, and then you can pick which pieces you want. You can see that each piece is wearable individually, and now you can do with it what you will. Like your creative, nature can come into the next piece of it. It's a long process. You go through so many stages of like, oh, this is totally gonna work. You put it on a hard thing and it works, and you're like, oh, this is totally gonna work. And then you put it on a person and you realize, oh, like people are, not hard like this. You get really excited, you try it on, and then you're like destroyed because you just spent like 50 hours working on this thing that now doesn't work. Using old stuff, repurposing stuff, it's just like a no-brainer. Grab some old stuff and use it. I have friends who are like painters, and they pick shit up off the floor on the street and they paint on it because it's gross and dirty and off the street, and now you just put a painting on it and you made it beautiful, but you didn't produce something that you didn't need to produce. Use old stuff. That's all I'm saying.